2, 3.
All right.
How we doing?
How everybody doing today? Back again here. We are at my buddy's here, BCA Outdoors, which is actually my brother.
Yep.
At my brother's house, BCA Outdoors, and we're gonna talk to you today. We got a comparison here. We got
Picked up the new Ruger RXM,
which is their clone of the Glock 17, I believe. Glock 17, Glock 19, one of those.
Yeah, I believe it's 19 Gen 3.
Yeah.
So, we got that in comparison with
Very
the
nice.
actual Glock.
Yeah, we got the Glock 26 here. Kind of compare to. Hold it up so everybody can see here. Hold it close because it's probably gonna be a little bit further away for you guys. Sorry about that, but yeah,
growing pains.
it's optics ready. This one is optics ready. They give you a nice optics cut if you'd like to add an optic to this. Which the 26, this is a Gen 3, does not have the optics cut, so you can't really do that with it, fortunately.
Yeah. And this one, it's you just remove the 2 screws. They send it with the Allen wrench. You remove the 2 screws, the plate comes off. You slap your optic on there.
Now, is it an RMSC footprint? What kind of footprint is that? Do you know, possibly know what footprint that is? Is it an RMSC or an RMR?
I forgot.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I knew it yesterday.
I'm thinking it might be probably an RMRC, or it might be just the regular RMR, being it is a mid-size firearm.
Yeah, it's the standard.
The usually for the compact size firearm.
Yeah.
So this is probably going to be an RMR cutout.
Well, it's the standard one because it's the same size plate as what's on the 5.7.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah.
Does it come with 3 mags with it?
No.
Or what's it come with?
So, this magazine I bought yesterday at Runnings, okay. It was $25. But I knew I was going to be picking this up, so I wanted to have. But it does come with a 215 round.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
They're P mags. The standard Glock 19 Gen 3 mag fits in it.
And they seem like if you guys would want to use them, you get one. You have a Glock too, if you'd like. These are actually compatible with the Glock 26.
Sticks out a bit, which
sticks
is
out a
funky,
bit, which is yeah.
I mean, in turn, you can get the.
And these are also all the Glock mags are compatible too with this.
As long as they're Gen 3, as long as they work in a Gen 3. I mean,
that's a Glock 19X mag right there, and the Ruger what's it called? RXM.
And it locks in. We tried it. It cycles.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I say it cycles, but it feeds. We don't know if it cycles yet. We haven't had this out to the range.
So we get out to the range, find out.
Right.
But yeah, so, it seems very solid. Looks nice. I mean, and it's half the cost of your Glock. You know, I mean,
and
it's $499, I believe. Full price, I think.
It's $499. $499 is the MSRP on it. I've seen it in shops.
For your Glock 20, your Glock 17, your Glock 19, you're gonna pay like around $650.
Right, which is actually one of the things that really, I just flagged myself right in the face. That's cool.
We all know our guns are unloaded. For all you safety nuts out there, don't worry about it.
But yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been looking for a Glock, and new at the gun shop. A lot of them are listing somewhere around 700.
By the looks, your little slide pick cover back there, if you wanted to change that out with the Glock one, it looks like it's compatible. Like what I did with mine here.
So
if that's something that
the
you were
big selling
at some point.
Yeah, the big selling point of this is all of your Glock 19 Gen 3 parts will fit it.
Yeah.
The other big thing about this is if you tear it down, right, which is not super easy for me to do because I have big paws, but
especially those little switches, yeah.
Yeah,
I have the same problem. I actually gouged my nail one time trying to pull down the fucking tabs. It's like, holy shit.
It's sad because my wife actually has better luck tearing this thing down than I do.
That's kind of why I like this bad boy right here. It's got them big fucking paddles you can really get a hold of on it.
Yeah, those paddles are nice. Where these little switches, I mean, I wish Ruger had done it a little bit better and done something more like that, but you know,
It's Glock-like. They wanted to have it basically a clone of the Glock, and if you see here, it's basically literally the same fucking takedown.
Yeah, I know, and it's super easy, but when you got big mitts like me, it's not super easy because
Yeah,
the cutouts in the
back. And then
well,
fucking
it's
push
not
it down
even
too.
that. It's the way they have these
Yeah.
cutouts in the frame for your fingers to fit into. My fingers are so wide.
Yeah.
They don't fit. So that cutout is actually forcing my hand away from the come on.
I just said I had the same problem even with this because it's like you gotta like.
Well,
hold
I
it
also
back,
just remembered you have to disengage the fire mechanism.
and then pull it down
I just remembered that too.
and see. You gotta pull your trigger and then it'll come off.
There we go. Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, all these internals come out. These internals are actually the firearm. So once you take this internal piece out, you can get a new grip, a different color. You can take your grip and get it Cerakoted. You can do a lot with this, and it's
Nice. Yeah, you can do a lot of customization with this.
Yeah,
just like the Glock. I mean,
and then to put it back together, it's a piece of cake. You literally slide it in and just
rack it
boom,
back and you're
it's
back
done.
in action. Yeah.
Yep. So
Awesome.
This is the first time I've had anything like Glock, so I do find this a little more uncomfortable than say my 5.7 or my 1911, but my biggest thing is I want to be familiar with all kinds of different firearms. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Not just, oh well, I got Rugers and I'm used to Rugers, or oh, I got Sigs or Smith or whatever.
Yeah. Want to explore all the firearms that you can.
Exactly. And
That's kind of what I'm doing. It's like I'm trying a little of this, a little of that. I've never really heard from a lot of these companies. I pick up these firearms. Some of them I've never heard of, but hey, the firearm looks great and it's cheap, so fuck it. I'll pick one up and try it.
Like that new shotgun you got there.
The MC,
Benelli,
the military arms.
Benelli Corn.
I messed up in my last video, guys. I said co-op. I have a little bit of a reading problem, so it's corp, not co-op.
Yeah, whatever.
So, but yeah, I've never heard of military arms corp. I've never heard of that.
No, it's a new one to me. But you know what? If they build a solid gun and it functions good, who cares?
That's kind of I watched a bunch of, like I said, I did a little bit of research on it, and from what I saw, it looks like it's a really solid shotgun.
I might pick one up later on this year because I stopped in at Pinnacle. Pinnacle is our local, more
Pinnacle
local. It's actually not Tackle anymore.
Really? No,
it's now it's just Pinnacle Sports now.
Oh, no shit.
It's over in Newport, New Hampshire, and they're great guys in there. I've gone in there, not even bought anything, just kind of sat around and BS'd with them for a while, looked at some stuff. They're patient, they're not pushy, they're relaxed.
Yeah.
I love going in there.
A lot better than the place I used to go up in Alstead there. I don't go there anymore. That guy's a grumpy motherfucker, man.
We have one right here. Of course, we got runnings, you can go in. But, when I buy guns, I like to buy guns from people that deal with guns all day, every day, and that's just what they do, right?
Yeah.
We
Definitely
have
not the
gun.
fastest at runnings, that's for sure.
Well,
the two old guys that kind of work in there,
they're nice guys. Don't get me wrong. They're really nice guys.
They messed up on it like 4 fucking times. The dude messed up on my ID number and then had to re-enter. And it's just like, it's a nice store. They carry nice stuff,
and their employees are good. It's
not like they're firearms dealers. They're not. They're just kind of like people that they get a shipment of firearms. They sell them. That's pretty much it.
They're a firearms dealer where they're in a big box store, and they just have associates that get, oh hey, you're doing this today.
Yeah.
It's not the fault of the workers, it's not the fault of the store. It's just that's.
You wouldn't happen to have like a pen or a marker around here or something, do you? Actually, I might be able to use this.
What do you got going on there?
stick it through.
Oh. Gotcha.
You can kind of stand up your firearm so everybody can see your firearm here in the video.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
I'll be there while we're talking here. Everybody can see the products.
Again, we're not pushing you to go buy this gun. Yeah, I don't know if it will, because that's a really wide one.
Oh, yeah.
It might.
Watch your finger there.
Yeah, because that's pretty sharp.
Yeah, there you go.
We're not pushing anybody to buy this. We're just, for those people that are interested in say, the RXM, give it another look, because, if you like Glocks and you're used to Glocks and you're comfortable with Glocks, but you don't really have
pay up that price,
right? You don't have the $600-700 to drop on a nice shiny new
19X or something like that.
You can pick up the RXM for again, I've seen them. Runnings actually has them. Well, I don't know about right now. I don't know how their sale processes work, but I was in there Friday. They had one in there for $399. So for $400, you can get a nice solid Glock clone
with an optic cut.
Yeah, and
'cause those always run extra too at Glock.
Oh, do they really?
Oh yeah, they charge you a little extra for the optics cuts.
I haven't looked a lot into it. I've looked on like PSA, and I've looked on name of that site escapes me now.
It's not Gunbroker, but
no. If I don't go on Gunbroker, I'd never have $1 to my name. I mean, the deals you can find on there and the cool shit you can find on there is.
Oh yeah.
But so I mean, the point being is, you might be able to find a Glock on sale for
like
$450 or something like that.
I paid for this one here. I paid $450 for that.
Yeah, but that's the compact too. I mean,
the 26, the baby Glock, as they call it.
And where this is more like the 19, I think you'd be hard pressed to find a Glock 19 for under 500. I mean, new under $500. Hell, I've seen some used ones that are still selling for $399 or whatever.
I've seen them for like $5 something actually.
Yeah, so I mean, this one, like I said, MSRP is at $499. A lot of dealers have them for less than that, somewhere around like $4.25, $4.50, something like that.
$4.50, about $4.75.
Yeah, right in that neighborhood. So I mean, it's brand new, under $500. So I mean,
if you want a Glock 19 or if you're a Glock 17, but don't want to pay the price, well, I think this is your bet right here.
Well, I mean, yeah, and that's it. So I bought that. I bought that.
Oh yeah, nice paddle holster. Oh wow, with the button and everything, cool.
And I bought that.
Mag holder, 2 mag holder, cool.
And that. And still spent less than
I gotta get me one of these. That's one of the things I've been kind of leaning around getting.
So
and haven't
this is where our in-town gun store comes in handy, because they have.
I mean, I got this thing here.
This was $35.
It's a little thing that goes around your belt, too. And you can stick your extra mag in it. It's just a little rubber thing that stretches right around your mag.
Yep.
You fit it right on your belt with your gun.
Yep. See, the only issue with that for me is
this better because it has 2.
Yeah. Well, and they fit in there snug enough, right?
Oh wow.
They're not going anywhere.
Oh cool.
They're not going anywhere, but they come out plenty easy. So,
nice.
Again, Runnings had a spot for the same thing, but they wanted $50 for it.
Oh wow! Holy shit.
So this is Black Ops Arms here in Claremont. I won't buy a gun there, okay? Because they're severely overpriced. Everything is severely overpriced in there.
My AR I bought from there was like $650.
Probably could have gotten the same thing at Runnings for $100 less.
Probably.
But when it comes to accessories like holsters, mag pouches, magazines, they seem to be more the place to go. So it's like, it's about doing research and figuring out where you're gonna where you're gonna go to get the best deal,
Pretty
because
much.
when you're on a budget like we are,
I was gonna say we here do budget firearm content, so
right? I mean, eventually, someday, yeah, I'd love to have an H&K,
I wouldn't mind even having their ARV that they got out. It's a freaking AR, chambered 9mm. It's like it's like the AR platform, but it's got like the, I don't know if you've ever heard of the AKV that Palmetto sells. It's
I probably have and just don't recall.
like the CZ Scorpions and shit like that. Those are pretty freaking nice. But very overpriced though. I know that. It's like I can't really do anything like that right now.
I mean, someday down the road, like, my big dream is to get a Garand. I want a Garand. I've always wanted a Garand since I was,
cool.
10.
Oh yeah.
I always wanted a Mauser. I finally got a Mauser and realized, hey, this isn't, exactly what I wanted.
Not the same.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I did like it, but the thing is, I bought it and I shot it a few times and then it just sat in the safe and it was kind of in the way. I don't have a lot of space in there. And so it was like, all right, look, I can keep this thing or I can trade it out for something that I'm actually going to shoot.
Yeah.
And not just have sitting around in the way, really. I mean, yeah, I'd have kept it if I had unlimited space, but my house is, 840 square feet. Space is not something that is
It's still in the family, though, guys. Still in the family.
Yep, it is.
Zero CTV Tactical.
So,
yeah.
Anyway,
we're gonna take that out this summer and shoot it, because planning on picking up like a couple hundred rounds for it. So this summer we're gonna do some type of videos.
Well, and I'm gonna have to get a bunch of 308 too, because I'm thinking about getting a SFAR.
Oh, yeah.
Small frame automatic auto loading rifle.
Those are cool.
Basically it's a AR, but it's chambered in, well, you can get it in 308 or 6.5.
Oh wow, Creedmoor,
yeah. I don't like. I don't like those odd calibers.
They had a nice bolt action over at Pinnacle.
Yeah.
That was very nice. It was only like $299, but it was chambered in fucking 6.5 Creedmoor, and it's like, I've never really looked at the prices on the ammo for that.
I don't know a lot about the round. I know a lot of people say it's good for reaching out.
Yeah. A lot of
which,
the Army uses now 6.5 Creedmoor.
I thought they were using the Grundle.
Maybe they are. I'm confused. I don't know. It's either one of those two.
All right, research to do now.
But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like my normal, what I would call normal rounds. I'm not into these.
I'll stick with my 5.56.
I say I'm not into millimeter stuff, but I mean I got a 9mm. But when it comes to rifles, I want a round that's not metric.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I love about the AK round. I don't like
metric.
The AK round is so freaking cheap to buy.
Yeah,
it's like,
well,
you
it
can
depends.
get a box,
it depends too, because like you got
$10.
You got your regular, well, the AK-47 7.62x39, right?
Yeah.
But you also have the AK-74, which is 5.45.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Interestingly enough, from what I'm told, I've never tried it myself, but from somebody I know that fought using the 5.45 round.
Yep.
Apparently there were certain circumstances where
the round not really reaching too far.
No, they had issues where ammunition supply was running low.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
So they started swiping 5.56 and running that through the AKs.
Oh really?
And they stripped all the rifling out of the barrel, but it worked.
Oh. Huh.
So I mean, who knows? That could be one of those things that's just a story.
You can get them chambered in 5.56, 2.23. They got the the PSA has one I really want to get at some point. Probably never will because it's so fucking expensive. But I want to get their PSA Crink It's called
Crank. That's
the
it.
Crank.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to think of
And
earlier.
it looks just like an AK, but it's chambered 5.56 223.
Yep.
Instead,
I mean, I could have a lot of fun with that, but I don't know. Give me
It's
the
like,
old 7.62 by 39. That's what they're supposed to be, you know. The 5.45. There's nothing wrong with that round, but you know, again, it's a light cartridge. It's like walking around with a 5.7. Really, I mean, it's kind of more of an intermediate. I do believe it's still a rifle cartridge, but it's a much lighter round.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting all
I was gonna say,
sidetracked
we're getting
and
like
stuff.
way off topic here.
But so yeah, I mean,
but yeah, I was gonna say, if you're looking for a nice Glock clone that's not got the, like I said, the Glock price.
Yeah, I mean, check out the Ruger.
Check this out. I think it's very nice. Like I said, especially with that optics cut.
Yeah, I mean, it's well balanced, and it's just,
if you're an optics guy, anyway.
It's so customizable. Like I could buy I don't know if Glock does a stainless slide, but I could, in theory,
you
put
could
a stainless Glock
on,
slide on.
You could probably go to fucking Optics Planet. I'm pretty sure they sell different slides. You can get any color you freaking want on there.
Well,
you could probably even change out the barrel to a Glock. I don't know. Barrel, I'm not sure if it's the Glock barrel or maybe. You might be able to change out the barrel to a Glock, different Glock barrel if you like.
Might be able to. I'm not sure. See if I can do this again here.
Doesn't look like even with the recoil spring in the front looks a little different than the Glock. I was gonna say maybe you can even change out the recoil spring, but no, cause see how this one's got the little round plate there that kind of sticks out of there, where that one's kind of just got like the little bump right there on the front.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because if I had something that big, it wouldn't fit through the hole in there, right?
Yeah.
So
that's the only thing that is a little different than the Glock, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's not a Glock,
but the barrel looks damn spit on fucking a Glock barrel. So
you're supposed to be able to put Glock barrels in there.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean,
carry those two on Optics Planet.
I wouldn't mind because this is, I believe, what, 4-inch.
Yeah.
3 or 4-inch barrel. I'd like to go an inch longer and just have the barrel sticking out the slide just a little bit. Kind of like the
you could
dagger.
Probably get like a Glock 19 barrel probably for it or something.
Possibly, I don't know. I mean, and again, that's one of those things that it doesn't matter to me.
No, but it makes it,
No,
I mean,
it doesn't matter a bit. But would it be kind of neat?
To build something out, change out. That's what I did with this Glock here. I mean, it was not gold like this when I bought it, guys. It was not. I put all that on there, rear plate, even the slide plate cover in the back. I mean.
See, my thing is OD. I love OD green, so I've actually got a half of mine to go ahead and strip this all down and get this Cerakoted OD green.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I want to get it out to the range before I put a bunch of time and energy into it.
Find out if it functions good and everything,
Yeah, I mean, and this. So I don't know about Glock. Here, let me see that. I don't know about Glock. It's got a very weird. This has a very weird trigger in it. Like this has got a lot of, like, what would you call it? Free float before you hit the wall.
Take up or whatever.
Yeah, it's like you got a free float there, a take up there, and then a break.
Yeah.
The Ruger doesn't have that. There's the wall right there. It's got no creep. It's got no free float. There's a little bit of creep right there, and then boom, there's the wall right there. Just
might be even a better shooter than, because it's probably got a little bit better trigger in it.
From the reviews I've watched on YouTube, a little
lighter trigger.
I don't even know if I would, because I got big fingers and I got somewhat numb fingers.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want a whole bunch of creep.
Yeah.
I want the free float.
Hit
then
the wall,
feel the wall, and
and that's the way this Canic is.
Yeah.
And check out the trigger on this Canic. Let me check it, make sure it's good.
Yeah, that's got a lot of free float right to the wall.
And bang.
And it's got a clean, crisp break. See, I like that, but I like this better.
Yeah.
I really like the break on this.
Let me check that trigger out. Let me check it out. Yeah, you're right. There's the wall. Bang. Wow, that is a very crisp freaking trigger. That's nice.
Yeah, it's got a stiff trigger pull to it. It's not wimpy or nothing, but that clean break right there,
Yeah, that's nice.
I like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nice freaking shooter.
I wish my 5.7 was like that.
Damn.
Because again, I got so much callus on my finger that I've got a little bit of numbness there. So sometimes it's hard for me to find my way through that free float, that creep, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever.
It's sometimes hard for me to find my way through that to find the wall.
Yeah.
So something like this where it doesn't have that creep is perfect for me. I mean,
Yeah.
And I think that's a shooter specific thing. Like,
Well,
one guy likes
having to
it
get
one
used
way.
to this.
Yeah, one guy likes it one way, another guy likes it another way. It all depends on that person. So.
I used to carry this probably for a good 2 years before I upgraded to the Hellcat.
You can see a little bit of the wear.
Yeah.
Right here from when you were carrying it.
And I used to carry this every day for at least probably a good 2 years. And then I scooped up a Springfield Hellcat, and then that became my new carry. But
I thought the Hellcat was for your wife.
It was. She had it for a little bit. But
it was for his wife.
It was for her, but she didn't like it because it had too much snap. And then I ended up getting a...
Is that a 9mm or a 40?
It's a 9. And I ended up getting something else. What the fuck was it? I think it was the G2C. Yeah, I got a G2C, and then she shot that and liked that better, and she's like, I'll trade you the Hellcat for this. And I'm like, sure, fine, whatever. Yeah.
Whatever.
So,
well, see, like, originally the intention was, because I carry my 5.7 most of the time.
Yeah.
So the original intention was, this would be my carry gun when we're together, and when I wasn't home, she'd be able to carry it in her pocket.
Yeah.
But she picked it up and she's like, no, I don't like the grip. Okay, that's fine with me. Whatever, you know.
Yeah.
She's a little hard to please ever since she had her Ruger P85. She loved her P85.
Oh, really?
And she is looking for something like the P85.
Yeah.
She tried that American that I sold you.
Oh,
right?
the Duty Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she tried that one. She didn't like it because it was too heavy.
Yeah, it is a little heavy.
It is a little hefty. So I started carrying it, and I absolutely hated that thing because I don't want a gun where when I'm walking around it sounds like I'm stomping because the magazine's just slamming around inside the mag well.
Like I say, if you guys know, if you got a Duty Pro, I'm sure you know it's got that in the mag.
They call it the Ruger rattle.
Yeah,
the Ruger rattle, and I absolutely hate. And that is the reason for the longest time I carried a revolver.
Yeah,
because it's like I don't want a magazine slopping and slapping around.
I used to have that 856 or 886 or whatever the hell
the
it
86,
was.
Yeah,
that thing was nice.
Yeah. So
light as hell too.
This is my slow step into the Glock world. Yeah. I've been hearing people rant and rave about it for years, and I've always said the same thing. Well, Glocks are for those gangster wannabes.
Mm-hmm.
I even told him that a few times about that one.
Yeah.
And when this came out at that price, and I'd been thinking about it anyway, I'm like, screw it. I'm going to get one. I'm going to give it a shot. And, I mean, I haven't been able to shoot it yet because I haven't been to the range. Yeah. That time of the year is coming. Going to spend some time at the range.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to shooting this. I've been carrying it.
Next Sunday is an open day at the range if you're interested.
Yeah, maybe we can do that. That sounds good. Weather depending.
Yeah,
obviously.
Weather depending. Yeah.
But
you know,
yeah, I want to get out. I want to, you know,
test it out, see how it runs, see how it feels.
Yeah, you know, get it warmed up, see how it functions when it's warm.
Oh yeah.
You know, because that's the thing too with a lot of these cheaper guns like that Security 9 that I had.
Yeah.
You know, it was a nice gun. It's a good gun to carry, you know, for what the name says, for security, right? But if you get out there and you know, dump 4 or 5 magazines through it, it starts to warm up and it starts to act funny. Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on what.
You're talking about the Duty Pro, right?
No,
No,
that
no.
Security 9 that
Oh,
I
the
had.
Security 9. I was gonna say, I thought you were talking about the Duty Pro. I was gonna say, yeah, I kind of did actually notice when it does get a little warm, it does like.
I never put enough ammo through the Duty Pro to
or maybe it was the wind or
difference.
something. Maybe the wind was blowing when I was shooting, but I couldn't seem to hit anything with it.
Yeah. So I mean, and that is my reservation with this one is, you know, when it's cold, it works good. What's going to happen when it starts to warm up? When those internals start to you know, shrink a little bit from the heat or whatnot. Sorry, dog's going sicko. Because he has a
We're probably gonna wrap up soon.
Yeah,
anyway,
so we're gonna wrap this up anyway. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finding out. Is this gonna do that same thing that the Security 9 does? Once it starts to heat up, it starts to act weird.
We'll find out.
Yep. So,
but I think that's probably gonna do it today, guys. If you enjoyed this segment, drop a comment, let us know what you think, and drop a like. That'd be great. And
I'm gonna go have a cigarette, drink
Yeah.
some coffee.
I'm gonna say he's gonna grab
You
some
guys have a good day.
I'm gonna say CTV Tactical out.